This is a 2011 Chevrolet Aveo or a 2011 Pontiac G3 as it was sold in the United States, but since I am in Colombia, this is called a Chevrolet Aveo Emotion. This is the maximum trim version, if you can call it like that, because this is a very simple car. It's an economy car, but it had different trim versions here in Colombia. As this was as it is the highest trim version, you get chrome accessories, you get fog lights, um, you get side mirrors with the same color as the body paint, you get 16-inch alloy wheels. Yeah, 16-inch alloy wheels. You get tinted windows, but a very low tint, not like very dark. But I don't use a very dark tint, so that's good for me. This is the rear of the car. It looks good. I think that it looks good in the front, and it looks good in the back. One of the things that makes this car popular, at least here in Colombia, is the cargo space. Well, you get an alarm, a remote control alarm. Well, talking about the cargo space, this is one of the most popular characteristics of this car here in Colombia. There is a lot of cargo space. You can put a lot of things in there, and I have traveled on this car. I have made some road trips in it, and we have put a lot of luggage in this cargo space, and it has held up. It has been good, so that's nice. What else do you get in this car? Well, more alloy wheels, 4 wheels as usual, right? We get a plastic fuel cap, and in the interior we have cloth seats, and it's pretty spacious. We have good leg room, and we also have good headroom. At least for Colombian people standards, it is a comfortable car. Maybe not with 5 passengers, but with 4 passengers, yeah, it is good. Cloth seats, um, nothing like to be surprised about. A lot of hard plastic. There's a lot of hard plastic on this car because, as I mentioned before, this is an economy car. Let's go to the front seats. Okay, so on the front seats we have the gear knob. We have a glove box. We have dashboard. It's all hard plastic. We have handbrake, 5-speed gearbox with the reverse ring gear. You go on first gear, right? But in order to do reverse, you have to pull this ring up and go to first. The same position as first, but with the ring up. We have clutch, brake, accelerator, steering wheel. We have a pretty basic radio, AC, that is not working because I let it break down. I didn't use it for a year during the pandemic, and the AC broke. Something that happens in these cars is very common. AC breaks when you don't use it. I don't know if it happens in other cars, but it happens in this car. So yeah, AC. You got some AC controls, MP3 CD radio, auxiliary port, I don't listen to a lot of music, so that's why I have kept the original radio as it is. Not much. As I have mentioned it before, this is a very simple car, so we only have like a roof light and no more. We don't have anything else. Okay, I'm going to show you the engine. So let's close this door. Okay, I think that it is a pretty good looking car. It is a compact car. It is small. It's not a luxury sedan. It's not a medium-sized sedan. This is a compact sedan. We got the brakes. We got discs in the front, and we got drums in the back. I imagine that the drums are not ABS, but I know that the disc brakes in this car are ABS. Okay, let's go with the engine. We pull this right here, and I will show you the engine. Okay, we're going to see this machine. Okay, so for the engine, we have a 16 valve, 1.6 liter electronic injection gasoline engine. Fuel economy is not bad in this car. I guess that for United States standards is not a bad fuel consumption, but for Colombian standards it is. So one of the things that doesn't make this car popular in Colombia is fuel consumption is pretty high for a 1.6 liter. But if you rev it a lot and if you use it a lot, right? I don't use this car a lot because I only use it for going to work, going back home, maybe going to study, but I haven't studied for a long time, going to the mall, and going on some road trips. Fuel consumption of this car on the highway is way better than in the city. But this is a pretty good city car because it's not very wide. The only bad thing is that the car is actually pretty long. So it is difficult to do parallel parking on this car. I usually just park in reverse. There are some bad things about this car, and is the radiator. Radiators for this car usually fail a lot, and I have to regularly check the radiator for leaks. I have had this car for 8-9 years, and I have changed the radiator for 3 times already. And yeah, it's because it starts to leak, and many people have problems with this car here in Colombia because, like, just, there are some people that don't know about cars. They don't pay attention to their cars, and they just are negligent with it. They don't check the radiator, they don't check their fluids, and this car burns the head gasket, or it burns the engine because the radiator has already failed, and people don't know. People don't know that the radiator doesn't have any water in it, so they keep driving it until the car just breaks down. That hasn't happened to me because, like, I really pay attention to my car and I take good care of it. The car is pretty reliable if you take care of it. Oil 1030 or 1040, 1 gallon. So just do your proper maintenance, changing oil, checking fluids, changing the battery. This car is right now 96,000 kilometers. I haven't driven it a lot, and I'm talking about kilometers because I am in Colombia. I am not in the United States. So this car is probably 60,000, 62,000 miles. So as you can see, Chevrolet 1.6, Aveo Emotion. The car is not a Chevrolet, okay? It is branded as a Chevrolet, but it is not. It is a Daewoo. As far as I know, half of this car was made in Korea and the other half was made here in Colombia. Okay, so the car was assembled in Colombia, but I know that the transmission and the engine, they were made in Korea. I don't know if the glass, but anyway, so yeah, this is my car. I wanted to do this review because I have seen this car on the internet, but I never seen that people make a review talking about it. And I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to say my comments and I wanted to say my opinion about this car. Um, the car is comfortable. You can go on road trips with this car. As I said, for 4 people, maximum 5 people, I guess is good. But I think that the best would be just 4 people in this car because like cabin space is not pretty. Is not like a lot. The car is reliable, as I said, as long as you pay attention to the maintenance. And handling is all right. Handling is okay. The car is tall. This is a tall car, so making fast turns in this car is going to make the ass go out. So I have taken turns in this car like at 70, 80 kilometers per hour, and the car starts to take the ass out. So that's kind of unnerving sometimes, because like it is a tall car and you know that you can lose control in it easily, because it's pretty tall and it is going to start wobbling on the road. There's not a lot of security in this car, so just like ABS brakes, the brakes are not very strong. I have been there and they are not very strong, so it's not recommendable to drive fast in this car. Anyway, this car is not very fast. Acceleration is poor in this car. It's not that good. Um, the engine response is very slow, but I have driven this car at 140 kilometers per hour, and that's been all I have done. But on the road, I have driven this car at a cruise speed of 90, 100 kilometers per hour, and that's fine for me. That's fine for me. That's fine in Colombia, because we don't have like huge roads to drive faster than that. You got 2 airbags, co-pilot and pilot, and that's it. No more that I can say about this car. I think that that's all. Thank you.